YouTube, welcome back to Operation Mass. It is the start of week 8, so 7 weeks down. Week 8, here we go. Food is going to stay the same. We are going to train differently over the next 6 sessions. So we're going to implement a deload. A little bit of inflammation in our visuals. I can feel it in my body. My recovery is not as good. I'm kind of starting to get a little sick. Yesterday, kind of just not feeling great. Sleep hasn't been as great. Recovery's not as great. So that's my body telling me, hey, you know, we're beaten to the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull one working set from each movement, except for abs and calves. For example, instead of doing 2 sets of incline Smith, we're going to do 1 working set. We're also going to train with 1 to 2 reps in reserve rather than going to complete failure. So if I'm finishing this rep here, I'm struggling, I know that next rep, it's a 50-50, whether I get it or not, cutting it, done, sets done. No sets to failure. Any movements that we are stuck on, progressively trying to overload, or any movements that we're just very, very, very slowly progressing the past few weeks, we're going to drop the load by 20% there. Again, I'm going to use incline Smith as an example because it stalled out this last week. So if we were to do, I think we tried to do 270, or we tried to do 280 for 8 reps. So we'll take 20% off of 280 is 56 pounds. So we'll remove about 50 pounds. We'll drop the load down to 230, and that'll be our working weight. And we're going to focus on a better mind-muscle connection, really focus on the pump, make sure that the movement pattern is done extremely well. And then we will continue to progress moving forward. So that'll be our new starting point. So after those 6 sessions, I don't go back on incline Smith and go, okay, last week or 2 weeks ago, our hard week, we did 280. Now it's time to do 285 or 290. Let's freaking go. No, it's going to be, okay, we're working at 230 last week. Okay, let's do 235 this week. And we're going to slowly work back up, and we'll be able to surpass it. We're in a better form, better pumps, better mind-muscle connection, less stress on the central nervous system, better recovery. The other thing is, when we go back after these 6 sessions, we're not just going to shove all that volume back in. So we're not going to go back to 2 or 3 sets of everything. We're going to stay in that 1 to 2 sets of everything. And we'll titrate volume up as needed per the body part based on our biofeedback and my personal feedback. Like I said, this week is just all about emphasis on the sleep, the recovery, the good pumps, the good movement patterns, get body back to a good spot, drop inflammation, drop fatigue. Control the weight rather than focusing on progressing the movement. And then, like I said, once we're done with this, we'll keep the volume with the reduced sets and then add more volume in certain spots where we feel it's needed and can be beneficial. That's about it. That's kind of how you reset the logbook and progressively overload coming out of this by improving efficiency. The only other thing we changed is we pulled out the MOT-C. We are adding an SS31. We will do that for probably about 8 weeks, maybe a little bit more based on feedback from myself, visuals, etc. Monday through Friday we'll take 3 milligrams fasted, and then Saturday and Sunday we'll take off. So 3 milligrams 5 times a week, 15 milligrams a week, about 2 months. We'll kind of see. Like I said, next 6 training sessions will be deload sessions. Diet's the same, cardio's the same. That's about it. Woke up at 229.8 this morning. Might drop a little inflammation this week. We'll see. And that's about it. So week 8, hit a little bit of a plateau, or week 7 hit the plateau. So week 8, a little deload, refresh the body, bring the SS31 to reset that mitochondrial health. And then in the next, 5 to 10 days, I think we'll be reset pretty damn well, feeling better, ready to get after it. We're going to extend, make sure we do all those 6 sessions of deload, even if I start feeling better after 3 or 4. Finish out just to, we're focusing on the long-term benefits. It's a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So that's what we'll have to focus on. It's pretty much about it. I'll get in some training videos maybe next week. I'll probably just do a video update again of the plan a week from today. And then, once training gets titrated back up, we'll do some more training videos. But that's it. That's all the update I got. Short and sweet, not too much to it. Yeah, just trying to recover. I'm gonna mega dose vitamin C and vitamin D. I did yesterday. I'll take 20,000 IUs of vitamin D3 and K2 a day, and I'll take about 6,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. Hydration powder out the wazoo. I already had my morning drink. This is another scoop of Relights electrolytes, glutamine, taurine, and EAAs. So just trying to rest, recover. We have legs B tomorrow. So my more hamstring, glute focused day a little bit, but we still hammer the quads. Again, just focus on the pump, movement patterns. And that's that. I'm meal prep some chicken. We are officially buying all of our meat now from Butcher Box. I'm done with this store-bought freaking meat glue bullshit, chlorine solution, chicken, freaking getting everyone sick, chemicals, and no, I want it straight from the farm. I work hard, and some people like to spend their money on different things. I spend my money on some stupid shit like guns and shoes, but then I'm also gonna spend money on high quality food. I think that's huge, especially in bodybuilding when I'm looking for any little bit of 1%, 0.5% advantage. I think the purity of your food can play a role, especially with gut health and things like that. So I have right here boneless, skinless organic chicken breasts. No antibiotics, no hormones, pasture raised. So these chickens roam free. We can track the frickin' farm it comes from. And then in here, this is our red meat. So this is all the ground sirloin, 90-10, no antibiotics, no added hormones, grass-fed, grass-finished. And then I got a ton of flank steaks in there, also grass-fed, grass-finished. And then we're loaded up with chicken, finished off the little bit of Costco chicken. Not a bad option, the organic, but sometimes it's not air-chilled. It's thrown in a solution. It's more processed, it's more manhandled, not quite as natural. You can slightly taste the difference in the grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And at the grocery store, I don't have any more in the fridge, we're all gone. They have grass-fed beef, but it's not grass-finished. Grass-finished means that the entire life the cow was fed grass and allowed to roam free. Grass-fed means at some point in their life they were fed grass. So it could be the second half of their life they're still shoved in with all the other cows, walking around in their own crap and eating grains. So, and the difference between the grass-fed and the grain-fed, one is the omega-3 to omega-6 profile. It's definitely better with grass-fed. Granted, beef isn't as big of an omega-3 beneficial fat source as we thought, as something as like a wild-caught salmon or steelhead trout, something like that's gonna have more, or just supplement. But it is definitely better of the omega-3 to omega-6 profile. It's going to be more anti-inflammatory. It's higher in vitamin A. It's higher in vitamin E. It's higher in glutathione. Has a slightly different taste, but overall it's just better anti-inflammatory properties, more vitamins, more natural. So meal prep that chicken. Cooked the flank last night. Those are pretty much my sources. And then also we switched from the Costco egg whites and Trader Joe's egg whites to this Muscle Egg organic liquid egg whites, double pasteurized. People drink them with this brand and have no issues with their stomach when they do have issues even cooking the other brands of egg whites. So it shows how pasteurized and pure they are. I'm still a fan of cooking my egg whites. But that should wrap it up. I'm gonna start making breakfast, same per usual, 4 whole eggs, 350 grams of egg whites, handful of spinach, 1 mini bell pepper, and then it's non-training day, so 105 grams of cream of rice, 80 grams of blueberries, and then, hopefully work's not too crazy. I can get a nap at some point. Like, I just feel freaking beat, run down, sick. So, recovery this week. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. That is Operation Mass update, beginning of week 8.